Welcome to Mysteries, Myths, and Legends. I'm Taylor.
I'm Savannah.
And happy birthday month again to me.
Yeah, happy birthday month.
It's my birthday all
Happy best day of the week to
Heyo.
everybody listening. You know,
True.
It's my favorite time of the week.
Same hump day.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying in the podcast.
Obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
But that's why we chose it, because Wednesday is the best day of the week.
I mean, well.
Except for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yeah.
But who listens to podcasts on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays? Not Taylor.
Exactly. You have to listen on Wednesdays because it's just, you need something to get you through the middle of the week.
The middle of the week pick you up, me up, whatever the phrase.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Savannah,
Mm-hmm.
You're known on here to be a hater of movies. Not necessarily a hater, but you don't watch movies.
Mm-hmm.
I did force you to go see a movie for my birthday.
Yeah.
Scary movie. Savannah doesn't watch horror movies specifically.
So, okay, you keep going. What were you going to say about it?
Well, I was just going to say what it was.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to say what it was?
You can say.
Okay, I forced her to go with me and also Garrett to see Longlegs featuring Nicolas Cage.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and I will give my review on it.
Okay, yeah, we need it.
Yeah. So, listen.
I need you to think of the whole film as a whole, not just the ending, because I was really thinking back on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm raising my rating from a 7.5 to an 8.5. Because we made a TikTok. If you haven't seen our TikTok, first of all, go watch our TikToks. Duh. Yeah. But we made a TikTok predicting what we rated it, and then immediately after what we did rate it.
Yeah, I think I said 6.
You did.
I'm still going with 6.
That's...
No, seriously. Okay.
Explain.
So... I
spoilers.
do have my new opinion about horror movies though, because I feel like I'm not as scared as I
they're not scary.
Yeah,
we're too grown for them to be scary.
But this one, it was like starting to get me a little bit, right? It's like it has a mystery to it, and then I don't know. Okay, without spoiling it, it's just like they could have written a better ending. I don't know.
Yeah, I completely agree. I thought the movie was so good until they reveal the quote unquote big reveal. And I was like, we've done this 100 million thousand bajillion times in every horror movie that's ever been written. So it was just very cliche. And it didn't have to be. It could have been crazy.
Right. They just took the easy way out.
Did they ever explain why is he called Longlegs?
Yeah, they didn't explain that.
Okay. I thought maybe I was like, did I miss that part?
No, I really don't think they explained it.
Sorry to spoil it for you, but he does not have long legs. He has regular sized legs.
Yeah.
So.
Just tall, I guess? I don't know.
Barely.
Is it because he's dressed as a woman in the movie and he's tall because he's a man? He has naturally longer legs.
Maybe I actually do know, and I think I have to tell you off camera.
Oh.
I think I just figured it out.
Oh.
Us talking through that. I can't tell you.
Wait, is it spoiler? So you can't tell me? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know how to pause this new audio feature we're working with. Wait, actually, let me just try.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Taylor just told me I was going to say off camera. We're not on camera. Off recording her theory.
My theory. I don't know if it's right.
I mean, it could be.
I don't know. Personally, I thought the movie was great. Except for the ending, which was horrendous.
Yeah. We're on the same page with that part.
Yeah. That, actually, the ending is a 0. But the whole rest of the movie is like a 9 out of 10 for horror.
Yeah.
There was a really good storyline. Cool. I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
For a long time. So, but I like that because I don't like when I can guess the end, even though we're not talking about the end. I don't like when I can guess what's going to happen. And I surely could not guess what was going to happen in that movie, except for the ending that we don't speak about.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we should rewrite the ending for ourselves.
Oh, okay.
Make it better.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Not saying that you guys didn't do it good enough. Whoever produced that movie.
It's Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage.
He was the producer.
Nicolas Cage, honestly, we need to talk about a lot of things after that. But I would really honestly rate that, even minus the ending, a 8.5. So I would go see it.
Okay.
Please watch it. Because it's good.
Yep.
Except for the end.
Okay, I do want to talk about how there were, for the trailers, you probably can, like, you taking me to that movie made me want to see more. So we gotta go again.
So if you haven't, if you're somebody for some reason listening to this podcast who doesn't like horror movies, they show horror movie trailers at the beginning of the horror movies. And Savannah had never seen such thing because she doesn't go see horror movies. But I heard that one that we wanted to see is really bad, and that the entire trailer is like the entire movie.
Oh.
And like they thought that they were gonna like build it up, and I won't say which one because I don't want to get hate in case we get sponsored.
Yeah.
You never know.
Get sponsored.
But you know the one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate.
That is unfortunate. Oh wow.
But okay, not to continue to talk about movies, but I just have to say one more thing.
Okay.
Not about long legs. Tomorrow night, as we were recording this, actually when you were listening to this, probably I will be watching Wolverine and Deadpool or whatever it's called.
Okay.
And I'm really excited. And I have no spoilers. Except for one thing that Garrett just told me that I didn't know.
Yeah.
But that's fine.
I kind of want to go see that too, but I have the issue where I haven't seen a lot of the movies before it, so I don't remember.
Have you seen any of them?
I've definitely seen the first Deadpool.
There's only 2.
Yeah, I don't think I saw the second one. And Wolverine, I don't know if I've watched Wolverine or not.
Well,
is there only
X-Men?
one?
No.
I haven't
X-Men. He's an X-Man.
Yeah. Okay.
So there's like a lot of X-Men movies, like there are Avengers movies.
Yeah.
And then there's like a lot of Wolverine movies. Okay. And then there's Logan.
Well, maybe I won't.
But all I have to say is I didn't watch any of that stuff either, except for I did go watch Logan, which is the last Wolverine movie, when it came out in whenever that was, like 2018 or something, with no prior knowledge, other than I know he has claws for hands, obviously.
Right, yeah.
But I knew nothing else, and I fully understood the movie. So the reason I'm going to see Deadpool and Wolverine tomorrow is because I forced my parents to watch the first 2. They didn't have to go with me. They're I was like, they're very inappropriate. Every single sentence is at least 4 cuss words.
Right, yeah. But they thought it was funny.
Oh, they loved it. They loved it. I didn't honestly think they would like it, but they did. And then I was like, well, if we're going to see Wolverine and Deadpool, then you have to at least watch Logan.
Right.
And
because that's
Logan has been out for a long time, so I'm about to spoil Logan. So if you don't want to have a spoiler for Logan, don't listen. You don't have a choice because you're not going to watch it.
Yeah, I don't really care. You can...
I am confused how this movie, Deadpool versus and Wolverine is real. Yeah. Because Wolverine dies at the end of Logan.
Oh.
So that's why I'm confused. But I guess we'll find out tomorrow. And I'll have I'm not going to update you next week.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah.
But, I'll at least know the answer tomorrow. But I am confused about that. Like, is it a different dimension Wolverine? You know, like there's multi-dimensional.
Huh. I thought you were gonna say something like, "Oh, like they hate each other."
Oh, they do hate each other.
Yeah,
they definitely hate each other. But he's also dead.
He's dead. Okay.
But I'm like, maybe they're like, "Oh, wasn't actually dead." I don't know.
Interesting.
I don't know.
Okay.
Guess we'll see.
You just made me remember something.
Okay.
Okay. So, speaking of watching things, just in general, all last week, I rewatched The Umbrella Academy, the first 3 seasons, because the 4th season comes out on Friday.
Oh, it comes out on Friday?
Friday. And I heard that there's 6 episodes. All the other seasons, there's 10, but they're longer.
Oh, okay.
So, I am very excited. That's what I'm going to be doing this weekend.
Well, me too. That. Dang, honey, I'm going to have to get started watching. I need to rewatch season 3. Yeah. I remember the other ones.
I just finished that one the other day, and the end of it, I was like, I
forgot
all about that. Yeah. And yeah, it's I don't know what they're going to do this season, knowing the end of the last season.
It is the last season, so that makes me worry.
Yeah,
that they're not going to make it.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. Some of them, somebody's got to die. That's like the thing.
Yeah.
Of shows, you know.
Yeah.
One's got to say. I think I know who. If I had to take one guess as to who was sacrificed. I kind of have
a feeling too, but.
Wait, who's your guess? We don't know the answer. I don't even remember his name. 5. Is that his name? 7? Is that his name?
Okay. I don't want to spoil. You did watch the previous season, right? And I feel forgot. Is it spoilers if it's been out for so long?
It's been out for years. So.
Okay, so the last season, 5 did die, but it was his 100-year-old self that he saw die.
Yeah.
So.
But it wasn't his young.
Supposedly he lived to 100. I don't know. No, because he his current self went to
back
see his 100-year self.
So he's
literally
alive.
100. Yeah.
Oh, so he was 100. Oh, so he doesn't die.
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't die. Unless they change the timeline again.
That's what I'm saying. The timeline did change again because at the end of the last season, do you remember what happens at all?
Well, I remember what it looks like. Like they were in that
they
on
walk
the farm
out,
and there was like a...
Oh, that was the end of season 2.
Oh, well, then no.
The end of season 3... They all walk out of because they were in the Hotel Obsidian the whole season, if you remember. It was a hotel.
Mm-mm.
They walk out of the hotel after this crazy ending.
Yeah.
They all walk out and they realize they don't have their powers.
No. Oh, I do remember
so they
that.
Lost their powers.
Do remember that. No, they're regular people. Well, they're never going to survive without their powers. They barely survive with their powers.
Is the whole season just going to be them trying to get their powers back?
No, they're just going to go to the professor and get the time machine, time box. Whatever his name is. It's been literally years since I've watched the show.
Yeah.
What's his name? You know who I'm talking about.
Reginald Hargreaves.
Reginald, or that monkey.
Yeah, Pogo.
Shout out Pogo. Didn't remember his name. So, sorry for that 15-minute long, TV. Honestly, that's all I've been doing, though.
Yeah, me too. We have to give our recommendations for things.
Yeah. So, yeah. If you haven't seen Umbrella Academy, though, you're really missing out. So, sorry to spoil all that for you, but you need to go watch it. Because you'll forget. I've forgotten. And I've seen it multiple times all the way through.
I know.
It's very confusing, actually.
No, but it's definitely one of my favorite shows.
Oh, totally. It's so good. Mm-hmm. It's so good.
And it's actually good when you forget all of it, because then you can enjoy it all again. Crazy. Because that's what I did.
See, that's the thing. I feel like most shows I can't forget, but that show, it just is constantly starting over. So I'm like, I don't know where we are. Mm-hmm. But anyways, if you wouldn't mind, go rate and review us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. I almost forgot it was called for a minute.
Comment a show recommendation or movie recommendation for us.
Oh, yeah.
Because, if you're listening to this, you might have, a similar taste to us.
Yeah, what should we watch? Savannah's seen nothing. So, give all the recommendations. I've seen a lot of things.
I've seen a good amount.
I would say Savannah has seen 3%. And I would say that I have seen maybe 15.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So.
All right. Yeah. We'll see what you guys can come up with.
Yeah. But.
Okay.
Let's get into your story, Savannah. I'm excited.
Okay. So I already told you this before, but my story this week is giving Hamilton vibes. And I also have not. I still don't remember Hamilton. You say that I watched it at your house. You say. I don't remember watching it.
There's evidence.
So anyway, I'm going to be talking about the restaurant 1 If by Land, 2 If by Sea.
That's the name of the restaurant?
Yeah.
1
If by Land, 2 If by Sea.
That's a mouthful, but okay.
Yeah, and I talk about where that name comes from further down in my notes here, but we'll get to it.
Okay.
So the restaurant is in New York City in the West Village, and it has a dark past. There's prostitution, mysterious disappearances, some deaths. There are 20 ghosts believed to haunt the restaurant.
Oh my God. I mean, New York City is haunted.
Yeah.
So I believe that.
One person actually resigned after being shoved up and down the stairs every night by invisible hands.
Every night. Yeah. I was gonna say that's crazy to resign. Nope. Yeah, I took it back immediately in my head. That.
So this building started as a carriage house in 1767. So I mean, do I know what a carriage house is?
It's like a motel. Like a little motel, hotel, Holiday Inn. I guess. Like, for you to, like, pull your horse and buggy up to, and you can just, like, sleep. In Frozen, when Kristoff has to go sleep, and he left his reindeer, like, outside in the barn. That's what I'm picturing. I don't know if I'm right, though.
See, that I kind of had that idea, too, but then, apparently, in the 1790s, Aaron Burr lived there for a while. So he kept his horses there, and he lived there for a while with his daughter, Theodosia.
Okay, first of all, you're going to make me cry.
Because
you. I know. Listen, if you don't know me, Taylor, am a big fan of Hamilton. Also, a carriage house is a historic outbuilding that was originally built to store horse-drawn carriages and their equipment.
That's what I thought. So, like, just as I said. So it's like a garage for your carriage, but then they lived in it. Yeah. So I don't know, maybe there was just like an poor upstairs that was a bedroom.
Yeah. I mean, Kristoff did it in Frozen, so why can't Aaron Burr do it? And baby Jesus.
I guess you're right, yeah.
Was born in a manger.
So, you're already going to know all this history, but I'm just going to say it anyway.
I could sing it for you. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, please tell me.
Aaron Burr's wife was also named Theodosia, and so she was Theodosia Bartow Prevost, and she had died of just like long-standing health problems, and Burr, he was left to raise their daughter by himself. And Theodosia became the light of his life. Like he just loved her so much. They would spend time together all the time. And also shout out to episode 77 where I talk about Theodosia and Baldhead Island.
Period. Also, it's taken everything inside of me to not sing Dear Theodosia so bad right now, but I won't.
You're gonna probably want to sing other songs too when I keep going. So Aaron Burr, he spent a lot of time with his daughter, and he really cared about her well-being. Like, they really had this great relationship, right? Is that what you know about him too? Yeah. So unfortunately, this was not looked at as cute father-daughter relationship by everybody, and rumors began to spread about their like intimacy.
Yikes.
And one of the people who was spreading the rumors was Alexander Hamilton. He was spreading this gossip.
Alexander Hamilton.
I don't really see. Okay, I did not watch it. I don't remember it. Is that part of Hamilton?
So hard. No. Well, it's not that specific. Like that specificity. Oh, that is a hard word to say. Is not. But there is a song where they are like exchanging letters, arguing and fighting, being very petty. And it's just like would count
does he
as
talk that. About his daughter?
But no, not in the play.
Well, supposedly, like they I have that written down here too, that they were saying bad things about each other, sort of like ruining their reputations.
Yeah.
But the comments about his daughter specifically, they were making him so angry, like infuriating him, and this is why people say he arranged to meet with him to duel.
Okay, because so that of the
comments about his daughter.
That does actually make sense, because clearly I only know the history from watching the musical. Yeah. And in the song, I'm just like, they're just arguing. Like,
yeah.
I was like, why is Aaron Burr getting so mad? He's like, all right, you want to meet on the... And we honking at dawn, and I'm like,
no, because he's like,
chill out, man.
You're like with your daughter, and he's like, no, I'm not. She's my daughter.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
He's like, you want to fight about it?
Like in Hamilton, it's more like, oh, like Hamilton chose Jefferson to be the president instead of Burr.
Yeah.
So, like, that's why.
It could have been, like, part of it,
I'm sure it was both.
But it's just, like,
I bet
he's
it was
just
both.
extra mad about it because he's like, you're bringing my daughter in.
Yeah, he's right. Like, I already lost first Theodosia 1. You don't talk about Theodosia 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Period.
Mm-hmm. So, spoiler, this resulted in Hamilton's death. And so yeah. It also resulted in Burr's political downfall.
Yep.
So a lot of his property was taken from him, including the carriage house.
He couldn't even have the shed.
So he doesn't live in the carriage house anymore. It actually became an engine house for the fire station that was next door.
Shut up.
So there's that. And then later in the 1890s, the city sold the building, and that's when it became a brothel and a saloon.
Oh. Nice. Yeah. Nice.
And so this building, it did have some like hidden features that made it good for this kind of thing. Some hidden passageways to sneak in illegal goods. Yeah. And it could have also been used during the Underground Railroad. There is a little bit of like...
Did we talk about that last week?
Yeah, we did.
Interesting.
Yeah. And in 1910, it actually became a silent movie house.
Oh, I hate silent movies.
What if it was, just...
I mean, I guess if there was only silent movies, I would like silent movies. Yeah. Okay, actually, A Quiet Place, I would deem all of those movies silent movies. Because there's less than, like, 50 words in all of them. Or something like that. And it was pretty good.
I don't remember. Do they have music?
They have, like, scary sounds in the background.
And they have, like, soft sounds, like maybe,
like leaves.
Yeah. Like the
wind. I mean, there's... Yeah, and, like, they can talk if they're underwater. Oh Not God. Underwater. I meant, like... Sorry, wait, let me rephrase that. Behind a waterfall or something to keep out the noise. Oh, I see. Yeah. But still. Okay. Anyway, talk about yet another movie.
So, in 1973, this building, it opened as a restaurant, finally. And the name of the restaurant, One If by Land and Two If by Sea, is from a poem by Henry W. Longfellow. And the poem is called Paul Revere's Ride.
Okay.
So, One If by Land and Two If by Sea was a secret signal that was used to alert the Patriots about the route the British troops chose to advance to Concord. So, basically, they're like, okay, I'm pretty sure it's probably like gunshots, right? One gunshot if they're coming by land, two if by sea.
Yeah.
So, he said that, and then it was in a poem, and now it's the name of this restaurant.
That's just so many words.
It is.
To be like, you want to go eat out at... I can't even remember what it is because it's too long. One by the road. Or...
One if by land, two if by sea.
One by the land, two if by sea. See, that's crazy.
You would probably shorten it to be like, I don't know, like...
one land, two sea, red fish, blue fish, green fish, blue fish. Right, literally. Let's go see 12.
Oh my God.
What kind of food do they serve here?
Well, actually, my next point here is that one of the restaurant's specialties is hand-shaped Parmesan gnocchi, which I don't even really know what that means. Like, do they arrange it in a hand?
I thought you were going to say Hamilton. No. First of all. When you were saying hand-shaped?
Yeah, I guess that means they were, like... arranging it in a hand, like, I don't know.
Interesting.
That's what it said.
That's weird and unique.
Yeah.
I like it.
So, yeah.
Sounds good.
There's a private garden, which is a good spot to host parties and celebrations. A lot of people have announced their engagement here. More people are said to have announced their engagement there than any other restaurant in Manhattan.
Oh my God, that's crazy. What?
Yeah. So I guess it's like romantic. I don't know.
Romantic plus the 20 ghosts.
Exactly. Yeah. Let's get into the paranormal activity of it all. There are lights flickering, patrons being shoved by spirits. The earrings of women sitting at the bar just disappear, like their earrings just come off. There are also pictures and paintings that vanish or fall off the walls.
Okay, first of all, if my nose ring got pulled out of my nose and it was just gone, I would be so mad if a ghost took it.
Yeah, I know.
And that painting on the wall might have been Garrett. And if you know, you know.
Yeah, no, you're right. So, I know I already did like a shout out to my previous episode on Theodosia, but so she has been seen in like the Outer Banks area of North Carolina, the what was it, Bald Head Island, that area, but she's also been seen here too. So who knows? Do ghosts haunt other places?
Wait a second though, because I was talking about Theodosia, Burr's wife.
Yeah.
Oh, you still are.
No, I'm talking about his daughter in both instances.
It's both the daughter? Yeah. Oh, for some reason, I thought the other one was the wife at Bald Head.
No, I went back and looked.
Yeah, no, I trust you. Yeah. I believe you.
So, yeah. So if you don't remember the story or you didn't listen to that episode, first of all, go back and listen.
True.
But if you didn't, she was known to haunt that area in Bald Head Island, and she actually died after her ship was attacked by pirates on her way to go visit her father. So yeah, because she lived in Charleston, South Carolina, so she was making her way up the coast. And some people actually say that it wasn't pirates and they just like crashed or got lost or something. Either way, I don't know. But so she kind of disappeared because, I guess, I don't know if back then maybe you would get like a letter from somebody coming to visit. Hamilton. Okay, so Burr, he probably got like a letter from her like, "Oh, Dad, I'm coming to visit you," and she just never came. So she had just disappeared, basically.
Wow.
In 1813, and
wait, how long was it when Hamilton died to when she died?
Oh, do I have the
I don't know if you're down. I don't know what year Hamilton died.
I don't think I have the year.
Well, what year did she die?
She died in 1813. So,
Okay, so Hamilton died in 1804. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
A good while after.
Good long while.
So, yeah, Theodosia, she was gone then, and Aaron Burr, he finally was like, okay, I don't have anybody now because his wife and his daughter are gone. Yeah. So he ended up marrying Eliza Umel, I think that's how you say it, in 1833. And he still, felt lonely from his daughter's death. That's the main reason people think he got remarried. But their marriage only lasted 4 months.
Oh, yikes.
And they separated.
Yikes.
And Burr, he was hit by a stroke in 1834. And then he died in 1836.
Wow. He lived a long time.
Yeah.
Considering the times. Mm-hmm. That's what he said in Hamilton. That was his punishment.
Oh, living a long time?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He said, I'm the villain in your history. And he is.
Okay. So after he died, he reunited with his daughter in the afterlife because people see them together at this restaurant.
Together?
Yeah.
Savannah, we have to go.
But, I don't know if they, she just haunts this restaurant or she haunts the beach, too. She goes back and forth.
Well, what if, her actual soul / spirit is at this restaurant and the ghost on Bald Head is just, the residual of her, dying?
Oh, it could be.
Maybe. Yeah. Ghost science. Ghost math.
Yeah, ghost math. So, So yeah, they got reunited. They are often seen spotted at the restaurant in the mezzanine. Whatever that really is, I don't even know. Burr, he likes to just act up. He throws and breaks plates.
Wow.
So
I would do the same if I was a ghost, though.
And Theodosia, she also acts up too because she's actually the one stealing the earrings. So she steals people's earrings.
I would probably do the same if I was a ghost. I can't blame her.
I mean,
I'd be bored.
Yeah.
You're coming home with me.
Exactly. And people also see her walking up and down the stairs.
Oh.
So there are other ghosts, as I was saying. I'm not going to list out all 20, but there's a woman that's dressed in all black, and she's seen walking down the stairs and then disappearing into thin air.
Oh, I don't really like that one.
Yeah, I don't think you'll like it even more after I say this. There's a paranormal investigator who theorized that this is the apparition of a woman who tripped and fell down the stairs and broke her neck.
Oh my god. That's so sad.
And that's why she's just disappearing.
That's
she walks down and then,
sad if that's the case. Hopefully that's just residual. That's horrendous.
Yeah.
That's actually one of my biggest fears. Do you know how many stairs I've fallen down?
Well, she was wearing a long dress and tripped on it.
Yeah.
So just don't.
Sometimes I'll be wearing long dresses.
Yeah.
But never heels. Never heels in a long dress. I'm not.
Yeah. No.
Can't risk it.
Mm-hmm. So there's also a man who likes to linger by the fireplace and one who likes to use the front door. So just opening the front door all the time.
I feel like you would be the lingerer by the fireplace ghost.
Lingering by the fireplace. It could be. And there's also a Ziegfeld Follies girl.
Okay,
which if you know what that is. I don't know what that is at all. So they were the Ziegfeld, I don't remember how to say it. I'm sorry, guys.
She said, obviously, if you don't know, if you live under a rock.
The Ziegfeld, Zieg. It's how do you say that? Ziegfeld Follies girls.
Okay.
They were singers and dancers who were in, this guy, Florence Ziegfeld, his theatrical Broadway shows. Yeah. So one of the girls from those shows, it was famous at the time. So she's here, and she's a dancer that haunts the restaurant's Constitution Room.
Oh.
So
does she dance?
Yes or no? I'm not sure if she actually dances, but I think just the outfit she was in kind of gives it away.
Nice. I see.
And the staff actually light candles for her. It's really sweet.
That's cute.
Mm-hmm. And there's also a blacksmith. The blacksmith is seen on the stairways of the upper stories of the building where he lived, actually. He lived up there. And apparently, all of the ghosts are from, kind of different timelines and time periods. That's kind of the vibe I was getting, too. Because, Theodosia and Burr are back from, colonial times. And then probably, the 20s or something. And, yeah. And so, yeah. They're all, aware of each other, kind of.
That's crazy. So. That's giving American Horror Story Murder House.
Yeah. Or that show that now I don't know the name of, so never mind. Maybe.
I actually have never seen that show, but I know it's a bunch of ghosts living in a house.
Yes, yeah.
So it is giving that vibe.
Yeah. So yeah, that is this restaurant that has a really long name.
No, say it again one more time for the crowd.
1 if by land, 2 if by sea.
1 if by land, 2 if by sea. I won't forget it. Yes, I will.
We're gonna go there.
I honestly,
so you can meet Aaron Burr.
You've been in NYC.
Mm-hmm.
I have not. Obviously, that has to be...
I've been to NYC a couple times, yeah.
Yes, we're going to that restaurant, but we're also going to see Alexander Hamilton's grave and Eliza, and yeah, there's just a lot of things we need to do in New York City.
We need to take a trip.
We also should go see Hamilton.
Give us a sponsored trip up to NYC, please.
Yeah, who could sponsor us? Honestly, anybody.
Anyone, please. We're down.
Also, like movies, we'll come to the premiere.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Savannah won't say she hates your movie if
No, I'll give it a 10 out of 10.
I'll give it a 10 out of 10 and be real about it. But yeah. Savannah will give it a 10 out of 10. And you'll know it's probably.
Or if you want my honest review, I'll do my honest review. But
okay.
We can
I guess that's fair. Okay. Savannah, you're just not ready.
Okay.
I know I've been saying that for so long, but it's the way that you guys really aren't ready to hear my story this week. I don't know how to preface it, so all I can really say to you is I am covering The Legend of Mothman Part 2.
Oh my god. Okay, I was waiting for this to come, honestly.
There's more. I didn't know there was more.
You're not just redoing it, it's like more. Okay.
So, before I get started.
So, okay, both of our stories have...
The way she said, wait, hold on.
No, both of our stories have callbacks to old episodes.
Yeah, they do connect. So, no, wait, hello?
Hello.
Earth to... Savannah, no, my headphones cut out for a second, but anyway, before I even begin, you need to go back to episode 2. This is episode 170.
Did you listen to it again?
Is it episode 2? No, I lied. It's episode 3. Sorry. Go back and listen to episode 3, and I was gonna say, no, I did not listen to it because I can't. I cannot make myself, and I do apologize for the sound quality and the awkwardness, and just honestly, I just apologize. But it was only our 3rd episode.
Yeah.
And why did we choose to do like the biggest legends?
I know.
We will go back and redo some of those. We will, I promise.
Yeah.
But I'll go over a little bit of what happened in the original first Mothman story. But if you want the whole story, you need to go to episode 3 and listen to it. So, yeah. But before I start my story, I want to be the one to announce that me and Savannah are going to Mothman Festival this year. Once again, we have been in the past, and we will be going this year. So
I'm so excited to go. Like, when did we go? 2021?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I wish we had gone the last 2 years, honestly.
I know.
It was so fun.
Such a vibe.
It was like, I don't know. It's just, it was vibe. So fun. And you're around people who, like, kind of...
Yeah.
Like, the paranormal stuff.
And, yeah. It was great. So, we did try to get a tent. Didn't work out. But we will be there. So if you're there, come find us, even though you might not know what we look like.
You know, I have a feeling that it's going to be even bigger than the last time I went. Me too. Because we couldn't even get a tent.
Yeah. And it was huge last time we went. Yeah. So I'm not telling you this to go because I don't want it to be like crazy, breaking the town. Like the town is tiny, you know. Yeah. But we are going to Mothman and I'm very excited. And then... imagine me on my birthday, my actual birthday, last week. I was just like, let me throw something on Netflix because unfortunately I had to work on my birthday. But I was like, let me throw something on Netflix just to play in the background. And what did I see came out on my birthday but new episodes of Unsolved Mysteries. Oh. And the last episode of the new season, Mothman Revisited.
Oh,
so okay. I was thinking they were just going to go over the story again until I watched it. And no, there's update. There's more. So, now I went down a deep, dark hole. Now we're here. So.
I'm ready.
Yeah. So, even though I did not re-listen to the one that I did before, sorry about it. I should have, but I can't. I couldn't.
Did you at least read your notes?
No.
Oh.
But only because I remember writing those notes. Okay. Believe it or not. I know that story very well. That's why. But At the end of my story, I did mention very briefly, like in one line of it, that there had been a few sightings of a Mothman in Chicago. Do you remember that?
Oh.
It was like
I
people
don't,
had suspected that maybe he moved from Point Pleasant to Chicago, but there weren't like too many sightings, so like it wasn't for sure.
Okay.
So people weren't like, oh yes, Mothman is definitely in Chicago. Well, I'm here with the 2024 update because that was back in 2020
Okay,
or
are you
2021.
telling me there's another reason we should have went to Chicago?
Savannah's so upset. Guys, if you listened last week, yeah, we did. If you listened last week, we really wanted to go to Lollapalooza to see Chappell Roan in Chicago.
And now Chicago keeps coming up, and I'm like, I need to go.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it. I think this is our sign that we need to go to Chicago, but now I'm scared. But you'll find out why.
Okay.
But yeah, we did not go to Lollapalooza, nor did we see Chappell Roan. So if anybody can get us Chappell Roan tickets, let me know. We'll pay. Anyway, moving on to Mothman Revisited. So essentially, very quick wrap it up. People, when they saw Mothman the first time in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, they took it like as him as like this harbinger of death. Like the reason they saw him was because something bad was about to happen, which in fact did happen when the like main bridge between West Virginia and Ohio fell and killed like 1,000 people.
Oh no.
Right after the Mothman sightings. So people were like, oh, okay, yeah, he's clearly trying to warn people about something dangerous. So the rumors back in the day were that he was headed to Chicago next. And so I did look. We recorded that episode. Well, it came out February of 2021.
Oh my gosh.
And it is now August of 2024. And we have some updates.
Okay. I'm ready.
So, the biggest update of all is that Mothman did, in fact, seem to go to Chicago. So, whoever guessed it, prophesized it back in the day, they were right. They were right.
Like, how close is Chicago to Point Pleasant?
I did not look, but it is not. I mean, it's definitely up close. There, but like not close.
They're not like right next to each other. Mm-mm. Yeah, no.
Definitely not. No. Like, there's definitely at least Indiana and Pennsylvania that block them from Chicago at the bare minimum. But once again, you're asking someone who doesn't know really a single thing about geography. So
it's okay. I'm pulling up a map right now.
So. Oh, good. Let's find out. Illinois. I'm sorry to those listening from Illinois being like, obviously you should know where we are.
It is actually, if you're driving, it's almost 7 hour drive.
Okay, that is not close at all.
And it's, Ohio is right in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And it's on the other side of Indiana. So, two states. Chicago, it's just,
I feel it.
Yeah, there's 2 whole states in the middle. So, he kind of went a long ways.
He did fly a long way. Yeah. That's the thing. So, this huge Mothman phenomena that went on in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, that all happened in the late 1960s. Okay?
Okay. Yep.
It was 2002 when the Mothman Prophecy movie came out, and that's what sort of like made Mothman very famous. And that's what grew to lead to the Mothman Festival that started happening annually that we are attending this year. Shout out. However, we're going to move a little bit forward in time. So, no, West Virginia Mothman, that was the 1960s.
Right.
We're moving to 2011.
Okay, fast forward.
All I have to say is either this is now Grandpa Mothman or there's more than one.
Yeah, the generation.
It's
either the grandpa
Mothman Jr.
Or the junior or the grandson.
Yeah.
The third.
The third.
Mothman the third.
Why could I not think of the suffix? It was gone in my brain. Anyway, so, in 2011, people started reporting seeing this really big, like, emphasis on big, humanoid figure that had red eyes and could fly. And it had this really long wingspan, and its wings would, like, big flap sound.
Okay, that's Mothman.
Like, that's literally Mothman. And obviously, people in 2011 had heard of Mothman. At least most people have, you know. Right, especially because it's, like, up there in that area.
Yes, yeah.
And even if you didn't, I mean, one quick Google search in 2011, you could have found something about Mothman.
To be fair, though, I don't know if this is just me because we have this podcast and everything, but I feel like Mothman is much more popularized in today's age than it was in 2011, but still, like,
True.
People should know about it, but...
What I was going to say, well, we'll get there, actually.
Okay.
We'll get there. I was going to say, so the first ever appearances of Mothman were in 2011, but they were few and far in between. It wasn't until 2017 that Mothman has fully infiltrated Chicago. So that's what I'm saying. That's the time, like, when Mothman was popping.
Yeah.
You know, like, people knew very much so about him. So, yeah. So, now I have lost my spot. Okay, yes. So, people say, I will spare you all. I mean, there were probably upwards of 20, 30 different people and their stories of Mothman in Chicago. And I was like, wow. They were all the same, essentially. Basically saying it's really big, dark, humanoid figure who stood around 6 to 9 feet tall, which is not normal for a human.
No.
And they have this really long wingspan, and they kind of look like a big owl or a big bat with red or orange eyes and fur or hair-like skin. So, like, not skin, they got, like, fur.
I'm just thinking about the Mothman statue. It doesn't seem very accurate.
Okay, so if you don't know the Mothman statue, it's completely silver.
And even if, like, I feel like you could still carve out to make it look like it has hair or something, but he does not look like he has hair.
No, he's supposed to be beautiful.
You're right, yeah. And also, this is a different Mothman. Possibly.
It is a different Mothman.
So maybe his...
I'll tell you right now, it's a different Mothman.
Yeah, okay.
It might be Mothwoman. Who knows? Who is to say? The one thing that separates Chicago Mothman from West Virginia Mothman, other than the time period, is that every single report says that he will scream, but they don't even call it scream. They call it screeching. Like, ear-piercingly loud screeching. Like it's giving pterodactyl.
Ooh,
is what I imagine.
Okay.
And then he will, like, flap his wings really hard and, like, kind of like how birds do to, like, intimidate you and then fly away. So that's most of the things. That would horrify me. I don't want to be screamed at even by a person in the nighttime.
Yeah.
Let alone a furry thing that's, like, 9 foot tall with wings.
Right.
No. And, okay, so also interesting, most often he is seen above bodies of water in Chicago. So that lines up with the West Virginia Mothman being found only near the Ohio River.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's, just keep that in mind. Because I'm just like, I don't know. It's just important, I think. Because we also talk about how, like, water has energy and, like, things feel weird crossing water. I don't know. Their water is weird. Yeah. That's the overall title.
It affects the energy. Yeah.
It does. Which you wouldn't think. But it does. But like I said, reports started coming in about a Mothman being in Chicago around 2011, but it wasn't until 2017 when like hundreds upon hundreds of reports started coming in. And by this time, there had been 6 years in between. So there was actually a group of Mothman researchers in Chicago already formed when this like 2017 boom happened.
Right.
And they were like, oh, snap, this is a lot. Like, what's going on? So they created this website, which is really cool. And they have a map showing all of the places that people have came and told their reports and where their report happened in Chicago.
Okay.
So they have over 200 pins on that map, at least from when they recorded the show. And it's very interesting the way that the pins are laid out all along the water of Lake Michigan. Is that the lake?
It could be.
If it's not the lake, I have it written somewhere down below. I think it's Lake Michigan though.
Yeah, we'll get to it.
One of them big old lakes up there. I've never been to Chicago. Don't roll your eyes at me. So yeah, the big question: Are the Mothmen connected? Is the West Virginia Mothman, the Chicago Mothman, family of Mothmen, Mothwomen, they them?
Just like just
like,
a family.
Yeah, so people definitely argue that the one in West Virginia was much more active in a shorter period of time, but was much more aggressive by attacking people, while the Chicago Mothman seems to kind of be there chilling.
Yeah.
And just kind of mocking these people, like making fun, like just scaring them for fun.
Right, yeah.
Which is interesting. So most people actually don't believe that the Chicago Mothman is one of those who is like the harbinger of death.
Okay.
People think like if something bad was going to happen, surely it would have happened. Now it's been like 13, 14 years.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And not that I'm wishing something bad had happened, but Mothman was seen in West Virginia within the week the bridge collapsed and he was gone. So I would say that's enough evidence to say that the Chicago and the West Virginia Mothman are not the same. But also the screeching, hate that. There was no screeching in any of the West Virginia Mothman stories that I can recall of anyway. So yeah, and okay, another weird thing. Not only does he like to, in Chicago, fly by the water, but he also likes to fly around airports and airplanes in the literal sky. So a lot of pilots have actually reported, hi, we're flying this plane in Chicago and we're seeing what looks to be like a 9-foot furry man with wings and glowing red eyes. Now, you can imagine, obviously, these were like anonymous reports because these pilots don't want to lose their license to be like, oh, they're crazy.
Right, yeah.
Hallucinating these things. So, there's not a lot of names going along with those, but obviously, why? But like, why are they flying with the planes? Why?
Yeah. Well, maybe
what's he doing?
Fun. I don't know.
That's crazy. And if he can fly as fast as a plane, that's insane.
Crazy. Yeah.
There's no way. I don't know. But I am sure that I do not want to be friends with this Mothman.
He seems better, though. He's not better.
I don't want to be screeched at in the middle of the night.
Well, no, you're so right.
Or flapped
I kind of forgot about the screeching.
Okay, so let me tell you. Let me tell you the story.
Okay.
Of one person from the TV show. Her name is Roxanne. She was born and raised in Chicago. She said, the people of Chicago don't play around. Oh, this is a quote. The people of Chicago don't play around and we're not scared of pretty much anything. Period. I say period, sis.
Period.
But that was up until she had an experience herself.
Of course, yeah.
So growing up in the area, obviously she had heard the stories and knew who Mothman was in West Virginia terms. And heard there had been some sightings in Chicago, but she was like, that's not real. Like, whatever. Moved on.
Right, yeah.
So one night after work, she went to the grocery store, picked up just a couple things, and got to her house, was carrying the stuff in, when all of a sudden, she's like fitting all the bags on both of her arms, one trip.
Right, yeah.
You know. Yeah. But then all of a sudden she hears like a whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. And so she like looks up because she's what the heck is that?
Oh, no.
She looks up to see not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 big body, huge wingspan, red-eyed creatures flying.
What?
4. I repeat, 4. 4. She said they circled her and then single file flew up by her head and then like flew past her, but that the third one looked directly into her eyes, and it's something she'll never forget. She dropped her groceries, ran inside, like was freaking out. Like she said she was pinching herself, splashing water on her face because she thought she was going crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I would too.
Like same. And she was like,
it's one thing to talk about Mothman and another to actually see something like that.
Oh my God. Like, listen, I talk about Mothman a lot, and I would want to see him, but I would actually be so scared.
First?
I would. I mean,
because I feel like I would see something and be like in disbelief, be like, what was that?
I feel like if I saw that specific scenario, I'd be like, either somebody's pranking me real good or that's real.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so now this has escalated to one Mothman of Chicago to the family. The whole squad, the whole mob of the Mothmen are here. So after her, there are a few more people with reports coming in saying they're seeing multiple at one time. Now, they were very few and far between. Normally, the reports are just one single Mothman in Chicago, but there are a few who see multiple at once. So I'm like, how many are there? Don't know. So obviously, people don't really know if they believe this is Mothman. First of all, do we believe in Mothman to begin with? That's question number 1. But the question number 2 is the Chicago Mothman the Mothman from West Virginia?
Right. Because, like, okay.
Are they related? I don't even know.
What gets me is, like, this story had somewhat died down in the decades since people saw it originally. So. Yeah. And then it only resurfaced when people started seeing things again.
Yeah.
Unless it's a whole big conspiracy and people are like, oh, let's bring back Mothman and talk about him again.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't
know.
But
why? Right. The legend is crazy enough.
Right.
I don't feel like it needed anymore to be crazy or relevant because the Mothman Festival has been going on since 2002.
Oh, well, there you go.
So there was no need. Now, I don't know if the numbers were going down of attendance. Maybe I should have looked that up, but I didn't even think about that when I was doing the research. But then and again, it wouldn't make sense for them to bring back the story and say that he's in a completely different place because that's the whole point of Point Pleasant is that it's Mothman's home. So if they brought him back, they would bring him back to Point Pleasant, not to Chicago. Mm-hmm. So that's why I'm like, I don't know, something weird is going on here. But some people think that it's not Mothman at all. There's other theories.
Oh, okay.
I know.
Well, let's get into it.
Yeah, so obviously numero uno, always aliens.
Oh,
of course.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Could be sure. Mothman could be an alien. We don't know. Mm-hmm. Cryptid alien, who's to say? Some think that all of these people are liars and that they're not seeing anything. I just don't know if I believe that that's true. Because just why? You know? Like, as much as I want to be famous, we all know how much I want to be famous, right? I would not go on a show like Unsolved Mysteries and tell a fake story. Yeah. Now, maybe that's just me.
I mean, you would really have to, like, come up with all the details and stuff.
Right. Like really I would not do that. And for it to be captured forever, like, maybe, I'm sure some people would. But personally, me, I'm not going to embarrass myself like that. And that's not really a way to get famous, telling these stories. So that's why I'm like, I don't think these people are lying. Maybe they're not
what's
seeing.
The point of them lying
exactly.
Is basically.
Yeah. Maybe they are seeing something, but they're just getting it confused with what they're seeing.
True.
You know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Could be.
But similar to the West Virginia Mothman, some people think that these people are just seeing big owls. But I argue, are there that size owls in Chicago? Because we can believe it in Point Pleasant, West Virginia.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I can believe it in downtown Chicago. Like,
I know, and even if it's like a big owl, like, okay, say it's not actually 6-7 feet, like, how
6 to 9.
6 to 9 feet, yeah. It's not actually that big, but still pretty big, and they're like estimating.
Yeah.
Like, I still don't see that. Like,
No.
I see like maybe a normal size one, maybe not even any owls. Like, what?
Like, I think, okay, no, there are big owls. I'm trying to remember the one.
I mean, it's just in the city, though.
Oh, in the city.
Like,
No. I know. I have seen big owls in West Virginia, so I can understand why they think that for there, but not Chicago. Now, I've never been to Chicago, but no big city that I've ever been to.
Wrong. I don't know.
If you're in Chicago, let us know if you have some owls there and if they're big.
Yeah.
That's the important question. That's what I need to know. Okay, also, I will say I was right. It was Lake Michigan. It was.
Okay.
But the reason why I'm bringing this up again is because Lake Michigan is something that we need to kind of focus more in on this podcast.
Oh,
is what I have learned from this show. Apparently, there are tons of mysteries, myths, and legends that come out of Lake Michigan, and I think we have covered some of them. Don't ask me which ones. I didn't look.
I don't know either.
But I think some of the water ones, because it's water, obviously. So I think some of the water creatures could have been there. But some Chicagoans attribute all of the crazy things that happen in Chicago to Lake Michigan. Apparently, I did not know this, there are a lot of UFOs in Chicago. I did not know.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that either.
And apparently there's lake monsters, creatures.
That I could see.
Yeah, right.
Because it's like a great lake, too.
It's huge.
It's huge.
For sure.
It's huge.
For sure. And also people argue that aliens could live underwater, so maybe they're just in the lake, too.
Maybe.
Also, there are creatures that people are saying they're seeing, such as this Mothman, but also other creatures and cryptids. No evidence, but all coming from Lake Michigan. So we're going to have to look into that a little bit more.
Okay.
Coming soon, I would say.
Yep.
But yeah, in the episode of Unsolved Mysteries, like I said, there were literally so many people testifying and saying what they saw.
Right.
And almost all of them, first of all, I will say, most of them were much older people. Not old, but not our age, for sure.
Okay.
And almost every single one of them said that they had maybe told one or two people, if any, in their lives about their experience, and that none of them were ever believed, and they never talked about it again until the show. And the only reason they even told it on the show was because so many other people felt comfortable. And they were like, I guess if we're all going to do it, then I guess we can do it. So, they kind of all created this group, and they were like, okay, I'll tell my story if you tell yours, kind of situation. So,
okay.
To be quite frank with you, I just don't know what I believe. I don't know. I don't know if there's a prankster going around, or if this is Mothman 2.0, and he's just out there being a menace for fun. I really don't know.
I want to think that he's out there, and it's
being a menace.
And it's a descendant.
More than one, multiple. Mm-hmm. Like he has a moth family.
Yes. Yeah.
I want to see a moth baby. What? Okay, because a moth baby would probably just look like a regular owl, bird.
Oh, I thought you were going to say regular moth.
No. No.
It looked like funny. The Build-A-Bear Mothman.
You didn't have to stab me in the heart with that. Yes, they have a Build-A-Bear Mothman.
I think we talked about it before that we couldn't get them.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Thanks for breaking my heart once again.
I know.
They're sold out. Let me look right now and see if they have them.
See if they got them restocked.
Because we literally need that. Like, we have, if you don't know, we have the Alien.
Yes.
Build-A-Bear. But we do not have, it's freaking out of stock.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm signing up for when it's going to be back available. So we can get it immediately.
Perfect. Okay.
Next time you hear from us, we will have Mothman. Or maybe not. But we will have him someday in the future. Because I'm getting him for us. We need, we have Ned and Nebula, and we're going to have 2 new ones.
And they're part of the Moth family.
They're the Moth family.
We gotta name them, though.
Yeah, we do.
Fun. Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Well, yeah. Well, that's the story of Mothman Part 2 in Chicago. And all I can think about is that Joe song. Yes. When I'm back in Chicago, I feel it.
Okay, so one of our Mothmans is going to be named Joe, after Joe. And then one of them is going to be named after Chapel Roan because we want Charlie to see Chapel Roan or Lollapalooza.
Okay, I thought you were going to say one should be Joe and the other one should be DJO.
Oh, we could do it that way,
They're
too.
both Joe.
Or DJO and then Lala.
Lala, wait, I kind of like that.
But then that would just make us sad every time.
Yeah,
so maybe just
cry.
Joe and Joe.
Just Joe and Joe. Oh, I want my moth to be a girl. I want it to be a moth woman.
Mm-hmm.
Because
there's
woman
girl
power.
Joes.
Have you ever met a girl Joe?
Yeah, like J-O.
Oh, I don't think I know any Joes in my life. I know now.
Okay,
yeah, Joe's
actually,
definitely
now
a
that
name.
I'm thinking
or like I know
I've
Jolene.
Yeah, like Jolene.
But that's Jolene.
Like I've seen on like TV shows girls named Joe. You know.
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have, but I do know people are named Joe. I just forgot.
Yeah. So
also, names
we
are
can still have it Joe.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
We're just fighting over the names of our Mothman that we don't even have.
That we can't literally buy because they're out of stock. Build-A-Bear, sponsor us and send a... Wait. Build-A-Bear?
Send us?
Don't even sponsor us. Just give us a call. 1-800. No. Send us an email. And we will tell you which cryptids you need to make next in your cryptid line.
Oh, I was going to say... Give us a call, send us a DM, and we'll send you an address to send the PR package, and we can open our Build-A-Bears in a video or something.
Mm-hmm. Actually, that just gave me a really good idea. That? I'll tell you off camera what my idea is.
Okay.
And then, yeah. Okay. Well, anyways, I guess, concluding this, I guess we have to go to Chicago and New York City. They're close together. Maybe we could do
they're not.
Okay.
They're not close together.
I thought they were. They're both up.
They are.
It's up from here.
It's like here to like, I don't know, Texas. Like it's not.
Oh, Jesus.
It's maybe not that far.
I mean, I knew we were flying.
But it's a distance. It's a distance.
I see. Well, I guess I'll end on if anybody has Chapel Roan tickets that we can buy, let us know. Send us a DM on Instagram or an email. Mm-hmm. That would be great. And
the Build-A-Bears.
And the Build-A-Bear.
We need the Mothman.
Build-A-Bear. I'm actually being serious about that. But other than that, I suppose that's all I have for you guys this week. What about you, Savannah?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay, well, I guess we will see you guys next week.
Cue the music.